Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the turbo drain line gasket set. It's a two-piece gasket, and when one of them goes bad, it leaks oil out of the turbo as it exits the turbo, and it often blows behind the vehicle and gets on the back of the vehicle. To replace the seals on the turbo drain line, you need the seal kit. Like I said, that's under 10 bucks. You need an Allen wrench. I'm not sure what size it is, maybe a 3. You need a 13mm socket or whatever you use to drain your radiator. You need a 17mm socket or wrench to take the coolant line loose, a driver for your 1/4-inch socket, the ratchet wrench, set of gloves, rag, a pan to catch your coolant, and a drop cloth, and your job should go pretty easy. I've never been able to get the drain line off without taking the rear coolant line off the turbo, so I always drain the coolant before I do this. Then I take that coolant line loose off the back of the turbo, and then I take the drain line bolts off of the bottom of the turbo, maneuver the line out, and then I replace the gaskets. You need to do this with the vehicle cold. So with the vehicle cold, you put the drain container under the radiator. I have the cap open on my reservoir, and I'm catching my coolant down here in my drip pan. So I'm going to set a drop cloth back there by where the turbo is going to leak. It's going to leak some oil and some coolant, even though I'm draining it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a drop cloth under there. After the coolant is drained out of the system, you come back here, and this line with this fresh oil on it is the coolant drain line, and it connects to that hose right there. Go ahead and pull that bolt loose. That way you can get that line out of the way of the turbo drain. I don't recommend taking that coolant line all the way out, and there it is there. I just take it loose enough so that I can get the turbo drain out of the way. So next you take an Allen and you break those bolts loose and unscrew them from the turbo drain tube, and then you maneuver the turbo drain out of the back of the block that feeds into the oil pan. So let me go ahead and finish removing those 2 screws the rest of the way out, and then maneuver that oil line out. If the car's been sitting a little while and it's cold, you probably won't get no oil out of the turbo drain, but there it is. I pulled it out, and as you can see, my gasket on the end of my turbo drain, part of it's torn off and missing. So now I'm going to scrape the gasket off the bottom of the turbo, put the replacement one on there, and then fit this stuff back together. This is a drain situation and not a pressure situation, but the oil that comes out of here is pretty hot, so it's not any old gasket that goes on there. So clean off your gasket area there, and make sure you get the right gasket for it, and set the gasket on there, work this in place, work the top of it up, and start your bolts. Make sure you start those bolts, make them finger tight. You don't want to cross thread or strip them, or you'll be in trouble. And then tighten them down real good. I'm not sure what the torque value is, but you want them tight. And then you want to tighten your coolant line on the back, or install it, either or. Alright, after you got your 2 Allens tightened down real tight, you want to either take a picture of the seal, or look down there, or feel around there, and make sure your seal is seated properly and it's not bumped out of there. That's how I tore mine one time. And then make sure your coolant line is tight on the back of your turbo there. And while you're tightening it, try to make sure you don't twist it so that it's rubbing on the bottom of the turbo. Next, you want to close your drain on your radiator Make sure that's snug, not tight. Fill up your coolant. Make sure your oil level is still good. Start the car and check it for leaks. No evidence of a leak. It's all buttoned up. Now, if you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.